Jungkook arrived at the house. It was dark all around, so he turned on the lights at the door and stepped inside. He was a bit drunk and smelled of alcohol. He walked going upstairs while balancing himself until he spotted you sleeping on the sofa. It's been a week after your marriage, and you're sleeping here because Jungkook doesn't want you to sleep next to him. He came closer and watched you for a few minutes. After that, he lay down next to you as he started kissing your neck that makes you walk up. "What are you doing?" you asked while pushing him. He just smirked and hovered on you. Then he started to kiss you again, but you're avoiding your face while trying to push him. "Kookae, stop it! You're just drunk!" At this time, you know he was drunk by his smell. Unfortunately, he didn't stop. He was like a demon eager to do what he wanted with you. "I said stop it!" You yelled and pushed him hard. However, he just smiled like a devil and he held both of your hands and pinned you on the sofa. "Why? We already did before. Aside from that, I have a right to do this because you are my wife." As he tore your clothes and kissed you instantly. Obviously, he had no intentions of giving up until he will get what he wants. "Wife? Why? Did you treat me as your wife? You told me you hate me. Then just hate me for the rest of your life, and I will do the same." He suddenly stopped your neck and looked at your fearless eyes. He can clearly see the anger, sorrow, and pain in it. He was freeze for a while after he came back to his senses and realized on what he did. "Why did you stop? Do what you want. Like you said, you have a right to my body because I am your wife. Do what you want until you're satisfied." The word you said penetrated Jungkook's heart, which made him sober as well. He distanced himself and looked down. You moved as well and sat on the edge of the sofa, hugging your knees to hide your chest. He wanted to say something but nothing came out of his mouth. He couldn't even imagine why he did that to you. He stand up as you heard his footsteps going somewhere. Later on, he came back and placed something on the table. After that, he went upstairs. You slowly raised your head and saw the glass of water on the table, which you took it and drank. You're so terrified on what he did actually. You lean your head on the headboard and close your eyes. Just hear me and trust me. He was angrily entered the bathroom and punched the bathroom wall until his hand bled. What is happening to me? Why I became another person? This is not me anymore. I want to get rid of this monster inside my body. He was furious with himself because he's hurting you. How many times he told you that he hates you for betraying on him, but in the end of the day, he realized he still loves you. But still, he does something just to hurt you. He remembered he torn your clothes. He went out of the bathroom and looked for his shirt and went back to the living room to give it to you. But you're already sleeping. He also noticed that you had changed your shirt. He just sat quietly on the couch and watched you. He knows you well. You are the kind of person who can sleep quickly but also wake up easily. He stayed all night on the couch while his eyes just focusing on your face. Why? Why did our relationship end up like this, YN? You said you love me, then why did you choose my brother over me? I'm your boyfriend, but why did you only make me your second option? Jungkook's step-older brother is your childhood friend. Even before, when you were still in high school, He told you that he had a step younger brother, but he didn't know where he was. Daniel, his older brother, promised that if he had the ability and power, he would find his younger brother, which is Jungkook. Jungkook is a product of cheating. His mom became his dad's mistress for a couple of months. There is no secret that is not revealed. Soon later, Daniel's mom found out about his husband's mistress. She paid Jungkook's mom just to leave his husband, if not, she will kill her. That's not impossible to happen since Daniel's mom is pretty rich, even richer than their dad. Jungkook's mom left after receiving money. Actually, his mom purposely seduced his dad because of money. The setup in the relationship was just having fun, no love, no affection. Later on, Jungkook's mom found out that she is pregnant with Jungkook. She asked another money again to raise her son. The original wife can't accept that her husband had an illegitimate child. They undergo the DNA. The truth revealed that Jungkook is really his dad's son. The original wife gave a lot of money to Jungkook's mom, just to hide the truth that her husband had a child with another woman. A lot of money enough to raise Jungkook properly and get an education. The original wife also warned Jungkook's mom that if he shows up and asks for money again, she will definitely kill her. Since then, Jungkook's mom kept her promise not to show up anymore. While Jungkook was growing up, the money that was supposed to use on his studies are vanished after his mom became addicted to gambling. He grew up always left by his relatives. He works many kinds of jobs just to send himself to college. However, he gave up his dreams to become an engineer after his mom totally abandoned him. He started hating the world. Why his life was like that? His life is full of lies. He started joining the gang, ruining his life, until one guy came. That guy introduced himself as his older brother. After Daniel's mom made her a CEO of her company, he started looking for his younger brother in secret. Daniel wants to fix Jungkook's life. He convinced him to go back to school, asked him to live with him. At that time, Jungkook knows about his brother, Daniel as well. He already knows what happened to Jungkook's life. That is the reason why he wants to help Jungkook, because he really feels sorry for him. However, Jungkook rejected his offer and told him to just let him. He don't need his money. Daniel didn't give up. For him, Jungkook didn't deserve what kind of life he has now. He can't bear to see his younger brother suffer while his life is full of abundance. But Jungkook already decided, until suddenly a girl wearing a leather jacket riding a motorcycle almost hit him. He got angry with her. The girl told him, "I thought you wanted to die. Since you're already ruining your life, then just go to die." That girl is you. You know what? Since high school, your brother really wanted to look for you. He wanted to know your life. If, how are you? But he didn't have the ability to do that yet. But now finally he found you. Your brother grew up without you by his side, never met you before. Actually, he found out about you by accident. Still, he looks for you because your brother loves you. If your mom, dad, whoever that person is don't love you, your brother does. Instead of ruining your life, finish your studies and show them, even though your parents neglected you, you became successful. Who are you? Me? Just consider me as your guardian devil, you said, and started your motorcycle. But before you left, you know what? Bad boy types suit for you, but the decent types suit you better. Then you wink at him before putting your helmet and left. He was challenged by your words, and finally, he agreed to live with his brother and go back to school. And since you always at your best friend's house, you and Jungkook always met. At the beginning, there wasn't a day that you wouldn't fight. You really don't like his bad boy style. But after knowing what he went through in his life, you slowly became soft on Jungkook and became his friends sooner. Daniel's mom soon found out about Jungkook. She was very angry. She wanted Jungkook to leave. As an older brother, Daniel didn't agree. He fight for his brother, so his mom can't do nothing. Both of you graduated in the same year and finally got a job at a big company. At that time, you two were in a relationship already. The Tom and Jerry ended up of being Beauty and the Beast. While making names in the field you chosen, Daniel is also suffering from a serious illness. He knows that Jungkook will not get any inheritance from his dad's money, and for him, that is unfair. Even though Jungkook is an illegitimate child, he's still his son of his dad, and he has a right. Daniel wants to give all his shares to Jungkook. If ever he died, his brother won't leave with nothing. Aside from that, he wants Jungkook to enjoy like what he went through. He knows that his mom will stop him if she ever finds out his plan. So Daniel asks you to marry him so that all his wealth will go to you if he dies. Then you will transfer to Jungkook. Of course, you are against his plan since you know you would be able to hurt Jungkook. But after knowing that Daniel only has months to live and that has his last wish, you can't do anything but to grant his wish. Daniel knew that Jungkook would be angry, but he hoped his brother would understand soon. That is the reason why you choose to marry Danielle. As expected, Jungkook felt betrayed. The person he thought who really loves him deceived him. 1 week before the wedding, Daniel thought of another way to inherit his shares to Jungkook. While it was not yet finalized, Daniel asked you to hide about the wealth from Jungkook. He was afraid that Jungkook would not accept it, even the reason why you agreed to marry him. Daniel begged you to hide it and just tell him if the transfer of his inheritance already successful. Before the wedding, finally Jungkook found out the situation of his brother. Daniel needs to tell him so that Jungkook agrees to marry you on his behalf. At those times, Jungkook started hating you since he feels you betrayed him. You just play with him. Still, Jungkook agreed to marry you, to make your life in hell. He promised himself that you would suffer in his hands. The day of your wedding, he told you something that gives you a massive goosebumps. Welcome to hell. Those words give you the biggest fear of your life. He's not lying. After the wedding, he became another person. He's not the Jungkook that you know. You try to understand him since you know he's just doing this since he doesn't know everything. But you're just a human being, so you fight over him if he already crossed the line. You wake up, but you wonder where you are since you are not in the living room. You look around and realize you're in Jungkook's room. You sigh, it happens again. After hurting you, you wake up in his bed. So how can you hate him if you can feel that he still cares for you? When you go to the kitchen, you saw a breakfast ready for you. Make my life in hell? Then why are you making me breakfast? You are like a crazy person talking to the food. You sit down and eat breakfast while shedding tears. After what you have done to me last night, do you think this food is enough? You murmur while chewing the food and wipe your tears. Your phone rang. You quickly answered the phone after you saw Danielle's name on the screen. Is my brother still treating you bad? Stop worrying about me. I can handle that jerk. How are you? Why and I want to rest. I'm so tired. I will go there. No, I don't want to see you, even Jungkook. It will only hurt me. But Daniel, you need us. I'm fine. Just promise me you will take care of Jungkook, okay? Promise. But I can't promise you not to beat him. Are you going to leave us? He didn't answer your question. He just ended the call, but you can hear he was silently crying on the other line. You two brothers, why are you doing this to me? 7 in the evening, you came home from work. You turned on the lights because it was dark all around. As you flinch after seeing Jungkook sitting on the corner, just stunning, not on himself. 1 week after marriage, this is the first time he comes home early until you notice the bandage on his hand. You want to ask him if what happens, but you hesitate because you know he might have got mad at you. You walk going to the stairs, but before you step in the first step, Guardian Devil, please save me. I don't know myself anymore. I need you, YN. I need you. I became a monster. Please save me, YN. As he bursts into tears, you immediately drop your bag and hug him. Go back to your old self. I miss your old you. The real you. I lost my mind about my past. All the people around me abandoned and betrayed me. And this is how I feel now. Kobe never betrayed you. Believe us. Even just now, trust with me. I will tell you the truth at the right time. All I ask for now is trust. Just trust me. He broke the hug and held your face. Please don't betray me. I don't know if I can survive if I lose you. You're almost dying. If you leave me, I'll be alone again. Promise I won't leave you. I chose Danielle for your sake, so please trust me. He nodded and hugged you. I'm sorry if I became cruel. Believe me, I feel double the pain every time I hurt you. I decided to end my craziness before it's too late. Before I lose you. Next time, if something like this happen again, let me explain first, okay? I'm sorry if we hurt you. We and your brother loves you. Remember that. Even if he disappears from this world, his love for you will remain. Young, we're here. Are you happy there? You told us we will go to the Netherlands. I miss you, Young. Dan, even without you, we will continue to our plan to go to the Netherlands. You will guide us, right? I miss you, my friend. Don't worry. I will take care of Jungkook on your behalf. You took something on your bag. a big brown envelope. Your brother wants to give you this. Remember I told you, trust us? Jungkook opened the envelope as he got speechless when he saw what was written on it. What is this? Before he left, he made sure that your life will be okay. He fell on his knees and just cried. He even cried louder when he found out the reason why you chose Danielle. As he realized his mistakes. Sorry, Young, and thank you. Thank you for saving me on the darkest day of my life. Thank you for everything and for introducing me to my wife and letting me to marry her. You give him a back hug. I'm sure she's happy now. No more pain anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YN, he said. I understand. At least you trust me. He turned around and kissed your forehead.